Hey guys, it's Darkstar,
And this is Timid Rat.
and we're casting for the CastCraftAu tournament. It is going to be a TVP on Shakura's Plateau. We have Townsend as the yellow Terran down here, and over on the other side we have Babs playing as the green Protoss.
Yes, so this is game one of a possible three, and this is in Pool B, I believe. We have the current standings of Pool B. At the point of this match here is we have Black Market at the top with Babs closely followed behind, and then Townsend and then Roxas. So this is essentially a battle of second and third. A win for Babs could place him up the top into the first position, but we will see.
And Babs making mistakes straight up. He's checking out the close ground position. Blizzard actually took this away. You can't spawn close ground positions on this map because it would halve the map and make it really, really small. But you know, this is a big map, so let's keep it that way. So yeah, no need to check that.
In any case, yeah, it is. In the MLG version and also the Blizzard version now, you can't spawn close at all. So I actually like that. It's a very good thing, especially for a lot of these games, because if you spawn in a closed position on this map, it's so very hard to take any other bases, because the ramps on the closed positions practically touch each other. They're so very close. But thankfully they changed that, and thankfully we have a pretty close air position anyway. But this is one of my favorite maps and one of my favorite spawning positions for both people. So I'd love to see how this map goes.
Well, Babs has just gone for a Nexus before Gateway, so very cheeky here. He's happy that they're not in close ground positions, and they've decided I'm going to do a macro game.
Yeah, so just some standard scouting from both players there. You have the pro stopping at the ramp. I'm not sure why he's stopping. So he's running out of steam. But we've also got the Marine at the same time doing a bit of scouting and just making sure there are no proxy pylons around. He's going to find out it's probe sitting here on the ramp, but he's going to have to move it. And there goes his chance of actually getting inside the base and seeing what Townsend is up to.
Well, he did see the bunker. When I checked his vision, he saw the bunker, and he also saw one barracks. And the SUV has finally seen that Babs has that fast Nexus.
It would have, yes. Still got the SUV in there, just going around in circles. Not on the way, just on the waypoints.
Yeah, definitely a green circle.
No love heart, no like hug.
The Marine just running around the tower, but didn't go through the shrubs and see that Babs was holding that tower. So missed out on the kill there.
Of course, for this map, it is almost vitally essential to hold those towers. Both those towers provide ground coverage of everything. So any ground units that are coming, you can see from both towers so very easily, and it's a good warning to have, especially early in the game like this. At this point, though, it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a bio ball from Townsend here.
Definitely, with 3 racks, 2 with reactors. Those are 2 with reactors, 2 with tech labs, 1 with reactor. And he's also gone for stim, and he just salvaged that bunker. So it looks like he's going to be moving forward and taking an expansion for himself. While Babs, on the other hand, has gone for a free gate robo. His warp gate is very slow at the moment, with 36 supply and no chrono boost on it that I've seen. It's going to be very slow.
It is pretty far behind. I'd like to see actually Townsend do a bit of a push here with this little bio ball that he's getting going. He's got quite a commanding army over Babs right now, but and if he can get in there and do a bit of damage to his mineral line, then it would put him a a fair way ahead, and looks like that might be what he's going to do. He's actually going to take
Definitely.
it and build a bunker.
Yeah, there's an SCV there, and Stim is about to finish, as well as Concussive Shell. So it's perfectly timed up because Stim always takes longer than Concussive Shells. But Bob the Zealot there is going to see it all in view from that watchtower.
And yes, he will. And he's just popped out an observer to go into the other base. He won't actually have an immortal up, but he does get the prior warning and pull those probes back enough in time. So he's probably going to be able to take out this robotics facility. Not much use out of it, just one. No, he's not actually going to take it out. Interesting. Looks like he's going to try and run up the ramp.
Okay,
just kind of wondering right now where he's going to build the bunker, if he does that at all. Just going straight for those pylons, as you see, trying to take out the building, the power of the buildings. Doing a bit of a stim there. Hopefully he doesn't stim again, otherwise it's just going to kill him. But every single probe being pulled off the line there. Lots and lots of probes. That's in fact 37 probes.
That it was, yeah. So the command center has been going down while he was pushing. I think that's good strategy. I don't know about you, but I think, you know, while being aggressive is better than being defensive. So, you know, while you're holding map control, take advantage of no one attacking you and expand.
It is, absolutely. But like Townsend had there, he did have vision for quite some time of Babs, and he knew exactly what he had, so he could safely do it. But if you're doing this blind and expanding behind a blind attack, then it's very, very risky in that sense.
We have an immortal going down for Babs, and we have a factory going down for Townsend. So let's see what happens to that reactor on the factory and starport. So he's looks like he's going to be adding some medevacs, double medevacs, to go with his 4 racks for an MMM.
Everything is pretty standard. Over across the Bab side, we see that he is doing put that robotics bait down. Looks like he's going to go for a few Colossus. Good choice, seeing that bio ball that walked in before. Doesn't want to be too heavy on those stalkers against all those marauders. But we've got another immortal coming out, and then after that we'll possibly see Colossus when the robotics bay actually finishes. That probe, that SCV are getting destroyed. We'll see one building, which is the robotics facility, which is producing that immortal, but not much otherwise.
We did get
Nothing
to see the
new.
unit composition there, so he saw a handful of zealots, handful of stalkers, a couple of mortals. So he did know that there, at least now, there were no Colossus, which of course would be great against the MMM.
Yes. I'm sure he has to expect it by now. It's such a standard play by Advernos now, and it's so effective when they can get it up, and with that thermal lance complete as well. As you see, he's just started that.
Now that has. Also double forge and a Twilight Council. So he's going to be doing double upgrades to catch up for missing any in the early game. We've got and double engineering bay coming down for Townsend. So he's doing double catch ups as well.
Like this, getting all the way there. That's good to see. I'd like to see out of this some zealot speed. Yeah, there we go. Charger on the way. It will be the most effective upgrade from the Twilight Council, aside from actually building a DT Council, a Twilight Council.
Yeah, definitely. Goes with the medivacs there with the stims. The stim will allow all the Marines and Marauders to kite the Zealots really effectively, so charge negates that.
He has 1, 2, 3, 4 medevacs. 2 on very, very low energy. I'm not sure if he actually has researched that energy yet, but I'm sure he'll come up to it and get to it eventually. Notice that Townsend brings 1 or 2 SCVs there.
That's it, the first one's gone up to scale to the third to see if there's anything happening there. Looks like we might have a fight, yeah.
He can, but he needs to get out. He can't let himself get out of position against that Colossus. That Colossus on the high ground protected is going to do a lot of damage.
Definitely, we can already see the charred bodies of dead Marines stuck on that ram.
Was a good choice there going for that robotics facility, but he couldn't actually hit it. Hit it enough to actually get it. So very slow without that steam. He needs to focus down this Colossus, though he manages to move it out of the way in time. And it's just going to be a bit of a back and forth at the moment. One medevac getting caught out of position there and getting sniped down. Looks like he's going to have to retreat for now, though.
Definitely, and it's perfect timing because Babs was about to get leg speed for the Zealots, so that would have been devastating, as the Marines and Marauders wouldn't be able to kite the Zealots. And they would certainly steamroll him.
Especially with 1-1 just about finished as well, so basically it was all coming into play at the same time there, and well, it's a good thing that he managed to get away when he did. Townsend isn't using his upgrades yet, hasn't actually started them.
No, but he has got double Vikings coming out to combat those Colossus. As well, he's gone for a third, and if you look, he's got an SCV watching that third, and where Babs has just put up another Nexus. So he's seen that happen.
No, exactly the timing to that.
He would have even blocked it.
He would have, just a touch, but just to get the information there is much more than he needs. Transferring some of the SCVs now to his third, up in the northeast corner.
On the unit counting station, 141 to 118. So looks like by the end of this +2/+2 completing, we might see a timing push from Babs.
I would possibly, yes. We have the a few sentries coming up, so maybe he'll wait a few minutes just for those sentries to get enough. No, he's actually going to push out. Thought he might wait for those sentries to get enough energy, but it's also very good to see him pushing out. So the SCV obviously catching the massive army of Babs that is on approach, moving the bio-ball out into the position so he doesn't get stuck on the ramp against those Colossus. Would be very bad, but see the observer there just poking its head in just to see exactly what's going on and where the army is, and he finds it. But terrible positioning for Townsend there. He's going to get cleaned up so very fast by all these Colossus. Of course, Babs focusing down with his stalkers, those Vikings too. So just backing him into a corner and taking them all out, just like that.
Definitely look at the units go down. It was 118 and now it's 63. And yeah, definitely GG from Townsend. So yeah. Babs takes game 1 between Babs and Townsend. I'm really keen for game 2 because that was an awesome play from both players.
Yeah, it was a good macro game. Unfortunately, Townsend just had his army outside of... just didn't have it in the right position for that attack, so... I guess we'll see exactly what happens then if we see something similar in the second game. So, this has been Tim and Rat.
And Darkstar. See you guys in game 2.